everyone, my name is Ren, and today I will present the topic of affordance. The content of this presentation is based on the Encyclopedia of the Human-Computer Interaction, and is the second edition by the Interaction Design Foundation. Affordance is a fundamental concept in design that guide users' interactions with objects and systems. In this presentation, we will explore the origin of this idea, how it has evolved, and why it remains highly relevant in modern design. Okay, so the presentation is divided into four main parts. The first part is the introduction and examples, and the second one is history and evolution. And in the part 3, we'll go to the integration and review to discuss the key debates and reviewing various interpretations. And finally, we'll go through the conclusion and recommendations for offering some insights for future research and design applications. So, in the left parts, you can see that affordance was the first introduced by James Gibson as part of his ecological perception theory, and he proposed that affordance are action possibilities shaped by interaction between the environment and the perceivers. So after that, in the 1980s, Don Norman adapted this concept to the field of design and HCI, introducing perceived affordance. And while Gibson focused on the internet properties of objects, Norman emphasized how users interpret design cues. So over time, this concept has expanded to areas like philosophy, technology, and digital interface, and etc. So affordance can be observed in both physical and digital designs. So, for instance, the door handle, the right and up one, or door handle shape often suggests whether to push or pull, like the car or the door. While a pair of scissors implies cutting through the alignments of its handle and blades. These are examples for physical affordances. So in the digital design, buttons and sliders are common examples. Like a raised button visualized suggests it should be click, but while a slider indicates the direction in which it can be moved to adjust settings. So the effective design ensures that these cues are clear, so user can quickly understand how to interact with the products. For example, the slide to unlock feature here on smartphone uses both visual and tactile cues to guide user interaction intuitively. But there's also an counter examples. When affordance are poorly designed, it can lead to confusion or errors. One of the well-known example is this one, and the butterfly rollout using during I think it's the 20th century in the U.S. presidential election. The layout of this ballot was unclear, as you can see in the middle. It caused many voters to mistaken select the wrong candidate. So this highlights the importance of the online design cues with user expectations. Usability testing can help identify and address potential issue before development. So, particularly in high stakes scenarios. So affordance theory originates from James Gibson. We have talked about him before. So he's one emphasized the manual relationship between objects and the environment. He's the first one to say that. So after that, Don Norman later adapted the idea to design, focusing on how users interpret design cues. For example, Gibson's real affordance is focused on the inherent properties of objects, while Norman's perceived affordance it highlights how visual and functional cues influence user behaviors. So, in later researchers, just like Givers and McGreeners, extended these ideas into like digital design, discussing the visible versus hidden affordance and their impact on the like usability way and so on. So as you can see, this evolution of the affordance model, the affordance model has significantly uh, evolved over time in incorporating new dimensions to better adapt to modern design challenges. So it has changed with the different people and different background of the technology or design thinking. So the first one is the connective affordance. It introduced by Hudson. This concept focuses on helping users understand how to interact with a product or system. So it emphasizes mental cues that guide user comprehension. So and the next one is the feedback and feedwords. So this mechanism discussed by the judge grades at I can say his name, but it's the right one below the picture. He provides users with information about what has happened or feedback. It means feedback, and what will happen is mean feedword. So there has a context awareness, like more modern system, particularly in like AI-driven environments, now adapt affordance based on the user's context and environment. After more and more like scholars and designers are trying to figure out what is affordance and what is interaction, there still have some key issue to debate. So despite its widespread application, affordance theory remains a topic of ongoing debates. Here's the two main key issues. The first one is inherent versus perceived affordance. Is the most popular two theory of the affordance because Gibson argued that affordance are inherent properties of objects independent of perception. But in the other side, Norman, however, emphasized the user's interpretation of these cues, introducing the concept of perceived affordance. This distinction continue to influence how designers approach usability. And the second one is about the culture and contextual, because affordance interpretation is not universal. It is shaped by users' cultural backgrounds, period experience, and his own learning uh, experience. This pose challenges for global design. So where is so when one product are created to sales to different countries, it must cater to diverse user groups. So addressing this debate helps refine affordance theory and adapt it for use increasing complex and interconnect systems. So finally, we'll to the conclude. Affordance theory offers a value framework for understanding how design can intuitively guide user interaction and to improve user experience. So here's the key takeaway include. The first one is like expanding beyond Gibson's framework. So the future research should adjust culture and contextual differences to ensure design and universal and effective. And also, leveraging feedbacks and feed forward is also important. And this mechanism enhance like usability by helping users understand the consequence of their actions. And the next is like from theory or practice. Designers should focus on applying affordance insights to solve like real world challenges, not just imagine or believe what you believe. So it creates systems that are both functional and user friendly. So it can further operationalizing the new theoretical insights, maybe on HCI research or on digital designs and many fields. To I think that might be another way, a new way to make the research more relevant to practitioners. So by bridging theories and application, affordance continues to play a crucial role in shaping innovative and inclusive design practice. So I think this is all of my presentation. So thank you for the patience and thank you for listening.